VA hospital. I will direct a completely overhauled DOJ to investigate every radical, out-of-control prosecutor in America for their illegal, racist in reverse enforcement of the law. How about Fani Willis? How about Fani Willis? They indicted many, many people. She wanted to indict many more. She wanted to indict U.S. senators. All they wanted to do is make sure the election was legit, which it wasn't. And then she's Robin Leach, Lifestyles of the Rich and Famous, starring Fani Willis. Now think of this. How sad is that whole thing? And so many people have been hurt. They've indicted people that are fine people that didn't even know what they're talking about. These are vicious, vicious people. And hopefully that thing now ends, because that's a really, forget about me. There were many, many people indicted. She had a list like 56 people. And all they're doing is they want a fair election. They don't want cheating on the election. It's a disgrace. And now you see this stuff come out, and how bad is that, paying a guy almost $1 million who had zero experience? But it's her boyfriend, and then they traveled all over the world. Norwegian Cruise Lines, oh, isn't that nice? I'd like to do that, I just don't have time. We're going to rebuild our cities into beacons of hope, safety, and beauty better than they ever have been before, so it affects you a little bit less, but we have to save our cities. New York, Chicago, Los Angeles, Boston. We have to rebuild our cities, and we have to watch the crime, and we're going to take down the crime, and we will do something else that's, to me, very important. We're going to take over the horribly run capital of our nation in Washington, D.C. We're going to clean it up, renovate it. We're going to build and rebuild our capital city so that it's no longer a nightmare of murder and crime. 2 nights ago, 3 people were shot. 3 people. They come to our city and they come to our capital and they get shot. They're shot every day. They're being shot. We're going to hit them so hard. We're going to hit them with law enforcement so hard they'll never be doing it again. Remember when they got very rambunctious with ripping down our statues? And I passed a law, quickly signed a law, that if you are seen anywhere near, if you're touching a statue, doing anything negative to any of our monuments, you get 10 years in jail, no probation, no anything. And it immediately stopped. It immediately stopped. But we have to save our capital. People can't go there anymore. Can you imagine you're a foreign dignitary, you hear about the United States, and you're driving over garbage. I was there on one of these fake lawsuits about a month ago, and we're driving down the road, and I always used to say, get that road clean, do this, do that. The medians are broken. The medians are falling down. The medians meaning that crap steel that they use all over the place. The stuff, it looks like if the sun hits it, it melts almost, right? Did you ever see that? It's always in bad shape. But that's falling in. The roads were in horrible shape. The curbs were all broken and busted. And we're riding over garbage cans that are sitting there for 6 months. You know, you can tell garbage how long it's been there just by looking at it if you're smart. And this is stuff that hasn't been swept up in months. And I say, could you imagine if you're in from major countries all over the world, or minor countries, and this is the United States Capitol, and you're driving over garbage, and there's graffiti and swastikas on columns that are magnificent columns that are bigger than this stage in width, and this is what we're stuck with. No, we have to clean up our country. We have to be proud of our country again. We can't have a capital where everybody is being shot. Oh, you have to hear the stories. People they leave the trunks of their cars open so that when they steal the tires, you can take the tire. Just please don't break my trunk. And that's like one of the more friendly stories, what they're doing. They're invading people's houses. Our capital is a crime-ridden mess. And we're going to take it over because they run it so horribly, and we're going to run it by the federal government, which it should be run by, and we're going to get rid of the slums really fast, and we're going to get rid of all those tents that are all over those beautiful parks, and we're going to make that capital so safe you're going to be dying to go there. It's very important, I think. We'll make it the most beautiful capital in the world. On day 1,